to you with a video. It's going to be an updated video about my eyeshadow palettes, my eyeshadow palette collection. I did a video about my eyeshadow palettes, or maybe it was the compacted palettes a while ago, and those videos are like so generic. That was when I first got started, and so I want to do something a little better. So we are going to go ahead and get started with my eyeshadow palette. So if you would like to see that video, please stay tuned. First, I'm going to start off with this thing full of eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, if you guys would like to see swatches of any of these eyeshadow palettes, just let me know. I would be more than happy to do that. So first, I'm going to start off with the Urban Decay Smoky palette. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going in no particular order. Then we have the Urban Decay Naked. This is what it looks like. Then we have the Too Faced Chocolate Semi-Sweet. That's what it looks like. Then we have the original Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. And that's what it looks like. And these do smell like chocolate. I actually want the peach palette. I love these kind of palettes where they're, you know, a little stylish. This is the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And it's just full of rose gold colors, pinks, a couple dark pewter colors at the end here. Then I have the Kat Von D Interstellar. And this is what it looks like. Just basically pretty purples. And of course, you've got your classic black here at the end. Have the Urban Decay Electric palette. And that's what it looks like. It's bright, bold, pigmented colors. And sometimes, in order to make colors like this show up, normally people use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, but that crease is so bad, it does not dry down. So what I do is I'll either use Painterly by MAC, the paint pot. A lot of times I'll use this ColourPop. This is a white, and it's called Bites. I would use this as a base, and it's just white. You can put that down as a base for the eyeshadows, and it works pretty well. And these dry down really well too. Next, we'll go to the Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadow palette, and this is the Artist 2. This is what it looks like. And I have some of these colors in singles actually, which we'll get to in a minute. And this palette, it took me so long to buy this palette. I don't know why, because I heard the first Tarte eyeshadow palette was not that good, so I kind of assumed this one wasn't. But the packaging was so cute. It's like gleaming gold on the back, and the front is like pink, purple, and red. I love this. And so then everybody kept talking, saying it was good. So then I was like, okay, I think I should get it. So I bought it, and I absolutely love it. And I love these shades right over here. They're good to use on the outer V, to darken up the outer V with some black out on the edge. It is gorgeous. And I have my Missy Lynn eyeshadow palette. This has highlighters in it too. And this is what it looks like. These two are highlighters. You can use them as bronzers, depending on your skin color. You can use this as a bronzer. And I like to use this color as a highlighter sometimes. So that's that palette, and you can see I've got some dents in there, so I got pretty good use out of it. And I have the Kat Von D Eye Contour palette, and this is what it looks like. It's a very neutral warm eyeshadow palette, but it's got a couple cool shades in there too. I like to use this color right here sometimes as a matte highlighter under my brow bone. And then I have both the Lorac palettes, the Lorac Unzipped and the Lorac Unzipped Gold. And this is what they look like. This one has the mauve gold and like rose gold and burgundy shades. This is a pretty good palette. The colors are very pigmented, but they blend so well. They're like velvet. I mean, like when you touch them, they're like velvet. And this is the gold one, and it's literally just like golds, browns, and I mean, these shades are beautiful. I have the two Lorac palettes and the Lorac Pro. This is a very cool tone palette, and the colors are very nice. I don't get very much use out of this palette, but it does have some pretty colors in it. I like this color here as a transition shade. And the top row is matte here, and then the bottom row is shimmer. And it's like that with both of their palettes. And here's the other one. This is my favorite transition shade in this palette. And then you can see that I've gotten some good use out of these. They have a pretty good dent in them. This black right here, I actually use for to do my eyeliner with. Sometimes I like that not so harsh black eyeliner at the top, but then I don't want to use a pencil. So I'll just take one of my curved brushes like this, the angled brush, I'm sorry, and I'll dip it in here. And I mean, that black is so pigmented, I just press it on and it puts it right on. And so this black right here is very good to use for eyeliner. This palette is a random palette. This I got from Rimmel. I think my kids got me this for Christmas one year. It's not stuck in there, it's just kind of sitting in there. But my kids got me this. It's like a Rimmel eyeshadow, but these colors are so pretty. They're pigmented, powdery, buttery, not powdery, but buttery. They go on very well. And these two came from Coastal Scents or BH Cosmetics, I can't remember, as little testers when you order their makeup, but I got two of them. And then these are just the Wet n Wild little glitter little eyeshadow things. And so this is just a random palette. And then the last one in this box, I have a Buxom one that I created myself. This is $40, including the eyeshadows. You can pick them out yourself. So that's what that looks like. And that came from Sephora. All right, this is my blush. This is a Z palette. This is a blush palette. These two down here, these two and this one are NYX blushes. This is an Urban Decay blush. These three are Sephora blushes. These two I got out of a BH Cosmetics Z palette. This is a MAC, this is a Makeup Forever, Makeup Forever eyeshadow that I use for contour. And this is MAC Blunt that I use for contour in the winter time because it's lighter. This I tend to use in the summer or when I want to get my face really, really, really contoured. This is another Z palette with blushes. And these two down here are the Urban Decay blushes, and the rest of these are all NARS blushes that I depotted. This is a MAC palette, and it is double-sided, full of MAC blushes. And these are all MAC blushes. These are 16 MAC blushes. Actually, it's 15 because this one down here is called Trace Gold and it's a highlight. I use it as a highlight. But these are all the MAC blushes that I have. And this is the Kat Von D contour palette. I actually love this palette. I use this color right here for contour most of the time. And then I just dug my nail in there. You see that? And then when I want to do a matte highlight, I like to use this color. Sometimes I'll mix these two together, or I'll mix these two together. But love this color. This is Sombre. I love this color. I can't really do anything with this peach. I have yellow undertones, so peach really doesn't do anything for me. I have not found a use for it yet, but maybe I can use it for a lid color one day when I want to do like a peach or orangey, bronzy kind of look. I can definitely get some use out of it. But this is the Kat Von D contour palette, face contour palette. Then I have the BH Cosmetics Glamour Blush 10 color palette. And this is what it looks like. These colors are pretty. Then I have another Z palette from Sephora, and these are NARS highlighters. Then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Glow Kit, and the colors are on the back. And this is what it looks like. And these are removable. You can take those out, they're magnets. These colors are just so pretty. And this brush came with the palette. This is an Anastasia A23 brush. And this brush, actually, I find that this is has gotten to be my favorite highlighting brush. I even used it with other products, but this is a really good brush to highlight with because it really gets the product on there and it picks it up. Actually, it didn't come with it. You had to buy it separately, but it's the brush that they recommend you use for this palette. Then I have another MAC palette, and this one has all MAC eyeshadows. I actually started buying MAC eyeshadows first when I very first started buying makeup. I did not know about Coastal Scents. I did not know about BH Cosmetics. I didn't know about Makeup Geek. I didn't know about any of these. I didn't even know really about Sephora, but I had started at MAC, and so this is where I first started buying makeup, spending like $10 an eyeshadow. But I mean, I don't regret it because it's added to my collection. I still use these. These colors are beautiful. You can see I've gotten use out of some of these. Soft brown is my favorite transition shade. I have another MAC palette, but these are not MAC eyeshadows. These are actually Milani, and I depotted them, and so they've been kind of battered and bruised. But I don't want to hold it too far up because some of them might spill out. They're kind of not really glued in. But these eyeshadows are actually pretty good. The Milani gel eyeshadows. So I have to be really careful with this eyeshadow palette because you can hear them in there moving around. This is the Hello Kitty pop-up party palette. And let's see, this was an anniversary palette. Really cute pop-up. You can tell it's a pop-up palette, and that's what they look like. I have this one, the Urban Decay Vice palette, and this is what it looks like, and it comes with a brush. Urban Decay brushes are in here, but these are my double-ended ones because I don't like to set them up on the brushes, so I just lay them in there. And this is an Urban Decay Vice palette. And that's what the colors look like. This one also came with a brush, but I don't keep them in there because if I want to use them, I need them to be out where I can see them. This is the Urban Decay Vice Limited. So this is what the colors look like. And now we'll move on to my eyeshadow Z palettes. And this is one. And I've gotten these containers from Makeup Geek, and Sephora sells them. And These are all individual eyeshadows. Most of these eyeshadows are Makeup Geek, but some of these are Coastal Scents eyeshadows. I think a couple may be NYX, but most of these are Makeup Geek, which are pretty good and very pigmented. This is another MAC eyeshadow palette, and it's just purples, MAC purple eyeshadows. This is another Z palette, Coastal Scents and Urban Decay and NYX eyeshadows. And here's two more NYX prismatic eyeshadows. These two up here are MAC the Pro Longwear eyeshadows. These three and all of these are Sephora. These three at the bottom are Makeup Forever, and these two are NYX prismatic eyeshadows. And then this is another Z palette of eyeshadows. So yeah, these are all Urban Decay and Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. So these two are my NARS palettes, and these are Z palettes, but they're very thin and they hold eyeshadows. No mirror, just says NARS right there. And these are individual eyeshadows. These look to be all Sephora eyeshadows, and Sephora has some pretty good eyeshadows. You can always tell because it has the S in the middle. So these are all Sephora. Then I have another NARS, and this Z palette came off the NARS website. I ordered two of them, this one and the other one I just showed you, and they're $18 a piece. So I ordered these with I think a blush that they didn't have in the store, and I love these Z palettes. They're pretty big. I'll show you in comparison to a regular Z palette. This is how big the difference is. So you can kind of see how much bigger. So this is a NARS, and this has these two, and this one Sephora. The rest of these are Makeup Forever eyeshadows. And this is a Morphe Z palette, and it's pretty much the same size as the NARS one. This purple one and this whole row is the Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadows. That's what they're called. And these up here are the True Intensity. And this row and this row are the Morphe Premium, the new Morphe Premium eyeshadows. These premium shadows are pretty good. I have the Morphe 35K, and it always has the palette that it is right there on the back. And this is the 35K palette. This is what it looks like. These palettes are really, really good. I'm going to put the 35O and the 35K side by side so you guys can see the difference. They're pretty close, but yet so different. So if you're thinking about which one to get, I would just get both of them. And I only got the 35K because the 35O was out of stock so long. But the first time I was going to get it, I just like was tripping and was like, I'll just get it later. And then it ended up being out of stock for like 3, 4, or 5 months. Like, it was out of stock forever. So I stalked Instagram Morphe, their page every single day, all day. And one day I looked at it and it said that it was back in stock, and I hurried up and went to that page, and I had already had my cart full of stuff that I already wanted. And so I just when I seen that it was back in stock, I just ran over there to the page. I hurried up and paid for my order, and within like 3 minutes it was back out of stock. I was so glad that I got that palette when I did, but I actually ordered the 35K just like in place of the 35.0 because I was just like, oh my god. And I said that I would return the 35K once I got the 35.0, but I kept it, and I actually like it in person. I do actually like the palette, so I kept both of them. So you can kind of see the resemblance. They're very different. Yes, guys, that is it for my eyeshadow palette collection. If you guys would like to see swatches of any of those eyeshadows, comments, I answer them. Also, you can visit my website. I add pictures to that daily of like hairstyles and things that we do at Colorful Queen Beauty Room at my salon. Things that I am doing, that I'm into, people that I'm connected with. Read the description box of all the videos if you want information about me personally, about things that I like, people that I network with, and all that other stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more makeup collection, and I appreciate you guys for your support, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. We have Bowser, which is this one. It's a boy. And we have Diego, which is a girl. And they're both leopard geckos. And they're trying to play tipsy topsy with me. So I just wanted to, Micah, I'm dropping them. I just wanted to introduce you guys. These are Micah's leopard geckos. Still have one. Diego wants to hold on and say hi to you guys.
Here's Bowser.
Let me zoom in.
And here's our other special guest, guys.
The juggling lizards. He's just trying to get up.
Micah, get him. I don't want to drop him. This
Diego
one's holding on.
Can I hold him? So guys, today is going to be a random video on these babies.
So, but I am going to be making a video tonight talking about makeup. This
and
is
I'm going to be in it.
Dang, why is she in my video?
I want to be in it.
He betrayed me.
Alright.
Isn't he pretty? His colors are exotic. His eyes are closed because the light is so bright. Ain't that tight? He's crawling towards the camera. That's gonna be a good video. So, say hi to Colorful Queen Beauty. This is Diego. No, she don't want to crawl towards the camera. Here she go. Her eyes are black.
Her name is Diego because I thought she was a girl.
Yeah, her name is Diego because we originally thought when Micah first got her that she was a boy, going to be a boy, but you really can't tell their gender until they get a little bit older, and then it's revealed. So we thought it was going to be a boy, but it's a girl, and the other one's a boy. So maybe one day they can mate. They can't mate for like 5 years though. So
Seriously?
5 months.
5 months.
See, she
don't want to come to me. I mean, don't want to come to you.
She got more calm since Bowser's around.